All right, people. So I'm here with a little Raw preview here. Usually I try to do this video right before Raw, but got work today, so going to do it right now. But I kind of look at these Raws, right between. It's not right after a pay per view. It's not. It's not right before a pay per view. Excuse me there. But it's right in the middle between two pay per views. So this is probably going to be, like always, an uneventful Raw. I mean, if you could go to Raw tonight, who would you go with? I don't know. I don't have anybody to go with. I'm not going to Raw, so I have not thought about that. But probably just go by myself because I don't. It's not like I hang around with fucking people watching wrestling all day. But I actually don't do that at all. But I just sit on my couch and watch it by myself. But you got, like I said, you got no Roman Reigns there, which is fucking dumb. You're gonna try to build a fucking match, your main event, without one of your guys, who's in the main event, not gonna be there to build up the show, which is dumb. I just put out a video on my YouTube channel about that. I said it's dumb. They did the same thing with the Undertaker and Bray Wyatt, where they had the Undertaker show up right at the difference was Undertaker wasn't suspended. That was by choice, and I thought that was dumb as fuck, but they did it anyway, and I didn't like it at all. I think you should be going into the pay-per-view with a storyline to build up to. You should be going in with some sort of idea, some main ideas, some main point, something to build off of, going into the match. Now you could still do that because you do have Rollins and Ambrose, but you don't have Reigns there, so it's a little bit harder to do it. Somebody says they're waiting for the draft next week to come. I mean, I said about the whole thing with the draft. Okay, they're going to be divided into two, rosters now. It's not like it's going to be any better because you're still going to have the same fucking writer. I think you always, people sometimes get excited a lot of times because it looks like they're going to do something different. But it's the same. We got to remember who the fuck is running this company. Vince McMahon and his team of creative writers, which have shown really no talent whatsoever. So, and also too, SmackDown is a shit show. They have shown that they don't give a shit about SmackDown at all. So, they're going to do this brand split now, but SmackDown's a show for just absolute complete jobbers. I don't watch it anymore. I used to. I don't watch it anymore. Somebody says Vince is making an announcement tonight. Well, great. There we go. So, I guess we have that to look forward to tonight, but I mean, just look at what they've done with SmackDown. They've turned it into a shit. And if you think they're going to, okay, they got this whole idea of a draft in mind, they would at least make an effort to build up SmackDown into a somewhat legitimate show. Somebody commented Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Brock Lesnar fucking won at UFC 2. I actually watched the fight. I'm not a UFC fan, but figured I'd watch since Brock is there. But it was a pretty decent fight. Brock won. And now he's fucking facing Randy Orton. What a waste that match is, too. Somebody said they watched it and knew he would win. Yeah, I thought he would win. But will I be watching Raw tonight? Yes, I will. I get off of work at 8, but I will be home. So I have it on record, and I will be watching. But, yeah, I thought Brock, would win. Just looking at him, he's younger than the guy. He had a longer reach than him, and I mean the other guy had like knockout power I saw, but Brock was younger. Like I said, was stronger, heavier built. The only thing that surprised me really was Brock. It went to 3 rounds. I thought it would be over in like 1 because Brock's famous for having shorter fights, and the other guy had like. He was famous for knocking people out too, or whatever. I mean, I'm no expert on this, but whatever. But what was I even talking? Oh yeah, the draft. Like I said, SmackDown shit show. You think they would make an effort to build it up since they're doing the brand extension and they're going to have just people on SmackDown. So the problem arises. You're going to have a certain amount of people just on SmackDown, so nobody's going to fucking see them ever. Like, what if they put fucking like Seth Rollins just on SmackDown? Will I be watching the draft next Tuesday? More than likely, yes, unless I have something going on. But probably. But yeah, what if they put Seth Rollins on SmackDown? And then it's like, I don't fucking want to watch SmackDown, an extra 2 hours or whatever of product of this shitty company just to see Seth Rollins every fucking week. So, I wouldn't really mind if they actually, again, gave a shit about SmackDown and put work into it. But announcing Brock Lesnar's SummerSlam opponent at SmackDown is not enough for me. That's not enough to make it seem a legitimate show. Having one WWE Championship is fucking dumb, but I also don't want 2 titles, somebody says. Somebody else says if Seth goes to SmackDown, it's not going to be good. Yes, I agree. That's pretty much what I concur there. Is I just, made the point. I mean, that's a good point, though. I mean, what if they put somebody on there that is like a good guy? Like what if they put Kevin Owens? Oh, that would be fucking awful. If they put like Kevin Owens just on SmackDown, I mean, that's something you could envision them doing too. And the whole thing with the 2 titles too. I'm a big proponent of having. I'm a big supporter of having 2 titles because you have so much content now. You have so much, a lot of fucking superstars on the roster. You should have 2 titles because it helps you create more feuds. You could have a feud based around 2 titles. So, and you also have more main eventers. It can help create more main eventers. I think right now in this company, that's what we have a problem with. I mean, you have. Somebody says, why don't they put the draft on Raw instead of SmackDown? Yeah, you might as well put it on Raw because Raw is a 3-hour show. Or you could do it like half and half. I don't know. But you figure since Raw is like a 3-hour show, they could at least, put something on there dealing with the draft. I don't know. But that is an interesting idea. But, yeah. But, apparently it's just we're gonna have to fucking tune into SmackDown. I guess they're using that to fucking promote SmackDown. But like I was saying with the 2 title thing, you have now 1 title. Somebody said the only good thing that might come out of this is that SmackDown won't be a 2nd rated show because why they didn't. I don't know if they finished their sentence there, but I still think it's going to be a shit show because that show's been going down the shitter for a long time now, and they've shown no inclination to really turn it into a good show. I mean, they've done spots here and there where they put like somebody on there, or they feature some good shit on there, or some shit that makes you want to tune in. Like I tuned in to see Brock Lesnar's opponent. Actually, I recorded it and watched it after. But they've shown really no consistent inclination to really improve that show. So, yeah, back in the early 2000s, people actually watch it, but they've shown no inclination to improve that show. So I do not think, again, WWE writers and creative team are fucking dumb as fuck. So I don't think they're going to do it. Somebody says, "What about NXT?" I don't watch NXT. If anything, I watch the pay-per-views. I don't think I watched the last one though. I don't know. I just didn't get to it. Didn't feel like it. Like I said, Raw tires me out. 3 hours a week is a lot for me. So. But, usually I will try to watch. Somebody says SmackDown is boring as shit. Yes, it definitely is. But, actually, I don't even fucking know because I don't watch it. But you got to fucking assume. I mean, it's just filled with jobbers. The show doesn't really matter. So it doesn't. It does suck. Somebody says most of the writers are stuck in the 90s. I hear the writers, a lot of them aren't even wrestling fans. So that's probably a big problem there. But I mean, they should fucking really hire writers that are actually wrestling fans. But like I said, with NXT, I don't watch any of the main show or the weekly shows. I tried doing that for a period like 1 or 2 years ago, and I actually put a few reviews up on my channel. But I really didn't like the weekly shows. I just thought they were pretty fucking boring, to be quite honest with you. But the pay-per-views, however, are very good. The pay-per-views are very good. I don't know about the fucking weekly shows because I don't watch them. But like I was saying, I want to make this point, but people keep commenting. But that's okay. I like comments. But with the 2 belt thing, honestly, SmackDown should be filled with a lot of people from NXT. I really don't agree with that because I think NXT is it's like kind of separate from Raw and SmackDown. It's its own thing. So I kind of like the aspect of how NXT has its own superstars and they're separate from Raw and SmackDown. And then kind of you could promote people to Raw and SmackDown from NXT. Um, so I really don't agree with that. So I kind of like it the way it is right now. But like I was saying, 2-belt thing. I got to get this point out before I forget. You have right now Roman Reigns, who's a main eventer. You know, I think he fucking sucks, but he's in the main event. I guess you could say you have Cena. But other than, I guess you have Rollins too. You could they really fucked him up before his injury. They really turned him into a fucking chicken shit heel. But other than that, you have really no fucking guy. Everybody else is like a mid-carder or a jobber. You know, oh yeah, Dean Ambrose too. But like Dean Ambrose, even Dean Ambrose, they made a mid. He was kind of like a mid-carder before. He wasn't anything that special. Um, and I made a video about this too on my YouTube channel. They just kind of gave him the belt. Somebody says, what old pay-per-views are coming back anyway now that the brand extension is coming back? I have no idea. I don't really look at Bleacher Report or anything like that. So if anybody knows about that, you know, say something. But like I said, you got, you know, I think having 2 belts would really help create some more main eventers or more legitimate people. Because like before Cena returned, you really had before Cena and Rollins returned, you pretty much had Roman Reigns and everybody else was like a jobber. Nobody, you know, everything else didn't matter. It was all about fucking Roman Reigns and pushing Roman Reigns to the fucking moon. So yeah, but now we've kind of gone off on you know, this was supposed to be a Raw preview video, but we've gone off on a lot of shit, but that's okay. You know, I like kind of making videos here and going whatever direction the viewers want me to go in, but I think that's does anybody else have any more comments or questions? What about the tag and women's championships as well? Yeah, I guess the New Day is still tag champs. I really want them to drop the belt. I like the New Day. I think they're good, but I wouldn't. People liked Roman until he started being used. Yeah, but when he started being used as like a singles guy, that's when people started hating him. I think because he was exposed, like when he was in the Shield, his shittiness was kind of covered up by Dean and Seth Rollins. So I think that's why people started hating him once he became like a singles guy, and yeah, he's now just boring. So. But yeah, you know, it shows me that they've kept the belts on New Day for so long because there's really no other legitimate tag teams in this company right now that are really worthy of a WWE Tag Team Championships, really, in my opinion. Maybe Goldust and Star or whatever, the Goldust and R-Truth. Oh, the Golden Truth. Yeah, I mean that's a really great tag team. Or how about the what are they called? The Social Outcasts. Yeah, you got fucking Curtis Axel fucking wearing cargo shorts or whatever the fuck. And then you got the Vaudevillains just losing to the Vaudevillains just lost to some job. They just lost to the fucking Golden Truth. I mean that's why this division is so fucked up, and that's the shit they do. They make the Vaudevillains lose to the Golden Truth. It's like, why? They could be fucking, you know, competing for a title. Like the time the Wyatt family split for a while, they got back together for some reason. They got back together probably because I don't fucking know why. You know, they kind of just split randomly over time. They didn't really have like one definitive moment where they split like the Shield, and now they're return. You know, they are a legitimate tag team now. You could argue they're going up against the New Day, which I am enjoying. You know, I think that's going to be a good feud, a good match there. So you know, I'm glad they're using the Wyatts now. I think that's good. But and going back to the women's, he asked about the women's title too. That is just fucking in the shit. I mean, it's like they'll use some fucking diva for like 3 or 4 months, like Paige, and they'll just turn him into like a jobber who's never on TV. They're doing that now with Becky Lynch, you know, kind of. It's like they'll use somebody for a few months and then they're off of TV. It's like, what the fuck? Like Paige. Fucking they used her, you know, she was Divas champion, and then like they fucking take her off of fucking TV. You know, it's like, what the fuck? And like I said, kind of same thing with Becky Lynch. She was in the main event WrestleMania. Somebody says the Wyatts are good. I just hate Bray's long promo. I liked Bray's promos like when they first debuted and stuff. I don't know, but now they're kind of, I don't really like him as much. Maybe it's just because they're, we've been kind of hearing the same shit now for like, how long have the Wyatt's been here? Like 3 years? I don't know. But I really liked him better, the promos better when he first debuted. But like I said with the Divas, like Becky Lynch fucking was in the main event, or the Divas main event, I guess, at WrestleMania, was in the Divas or title match. And now it's like, then it's like they almost like fucking forgot about her. I think they like fucking took her off of TV. It's like they didn't really make it. Then we had like Charlotte versus Natalia. Like Natalia comes out of nowhere and is like, she's off of TV, and then out of nowhere she's number one contender. It's like, what the fuck? So yeah, I think this is enough talking for now. I like the NXT girls at the beginning, but now it's just Sasha and Charlotte. Yeah, I mean, they teased the goal. We're going to have a Divas Revolution. And it wasn't really any revolution at all. It was just, again, debuting new fucking divas, but doing the same shitty ass fucking horrible storylines, still having Raw matches that are like 2 minutes long, and still treating the Divas division like shit. There's a lot of talent in the Divas division. Charlotte was talented in NXT. Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Natalia's talented, but the fucking, just the creative writers just treat that division like shit. So yeah, somebody said it was all hype. Yeah, it really was all hype, and they like to brand things themselves. Oh, it's a Divas Revolution. This match is a WrestleMania main event, but you're getting it at Money in the Bank. There's 3 WrestleMania main events at Money in the Bank, guys, but you're getting, you get to see these all. It's like, fuck off, Michael Cole. Don't tell us what these matches are. Let the fans decide for themselves, what they want to call the fucking matches. It's like they're just shoving this shit down our throats. Even though the ratings are going in the shit, they're still saying that, oh, this is great, guys. WrestleMania main events at Money. It's like, what the I just don't like it. But anyway, okay, I've talked enough there. Thanks. Somebody says I'm a savage. Thanks. That's a kind compliment there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be wrapping this video up here. So thanks for all the comments and shit, guys. So there you go.